وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. With regards to the current affairs and political matters, we were having all the news and the changes that are happening in the Middle East and all. Recently, with regards to the changes that have happened in Syria, we have seen that a number of places within the Syria, like Laziqiya, one of the towns of Syria, is out of control of the current regime, and that is another sign that this regime is not something which has come based on Islamic ethos and Islamic standards. That is why here we have to understand that these people are only plotting for the enemies. Number two, we have seen that there were a lot of pressure on some of the currently related countries to the resistance movement, like Iraq, like Yemen. With regards to Iraq, we have seen that there are a lot of pressure to dissolve the Hashd al-Sha'bi, which is the group made by people, and we have heard that Al-Sistani opposed this idea that no, still people have to have their groups in order to defend. And what do you think? Why do you want to dissolve Hashd al-Sha'bi? Because buying and keeping the governments in their side is very easy, but keeping all the people on their side is very tough. That's why it is very clear that they are heading towards Iraq as well. May Allah bless us with the safety of the sacred places of ours in Iraq, in Iran, and other places as well. May Allah protect whatever haram of our imams and Makkah, Medina, whatever places we are having as the blessed places for us in every moment of our life, inshallah. Now, the other thing that we are going towards is the new year. Now, when we are ending this year of 2024, it's so the best thing to do. It would be my request if you can come forward a bit, so the people who are coming afterwards, they can also say, Sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
A lot of space is there. Please come forward. Maybe you can take the sufuf right now. So people who are coming afterwards, the people who are sitting over there, come. Sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
Now we are ending the year 2024. So I think, in my opinion, especially for the youngsters, the bestest thing that to do in these days is muhasaba. Muhasaba is calculation. Whatever has happened in your life. So for that calculation, I'm having two sets of 3 W's for you. 3 W's versus 3 W's. This is a formula for our youngsters in order to do the muhasaba. And maybe this is a formula that they can remember easily. I was asking some of the youngsters when I was entering, do you know what is 3 W? They said no. I said you'll be getting the answer at the end of the Juma Khutba. So this is the formula, 3 W versus 3 W. I'll be asking some of the youngsters what is 3 W. So any guesses what is 3 W? Let's have the second slide and see what is 3 W. So the first 3 W is what went well. So 3 W, you have to calculate and analyze what went well. What went well where? In every field. What went well in my school? What went well in my career? What went well in my religion? What went well in my madrasa? Please put the madrasa priority. What went well in my madrasa? And then afterwards the other things. Yeah. What went well in my football career? Is that right? Football career, what went well? What went well in my masjid? What went well in my family? What went well in my relationship with my parents? In my relationship with my friends? In my relationship with my fellow Muslim brothers? So what went well? Make a list of it. Have different categories. Maybe you'll be having a lot of things. And then we are going to the third slide. The other 3 Red ones, what went wrong? This is also very, very important. So 3 W's versus 3 W's. What went well versus what went wrong. Now make a list of what went wrong. Where did you make a mistake in your school, in your madrasa, in your football pitch, in your career, in your masjid, in your religion, with regards to your parents, your siblings, your friends, your homeworks, your skills, your business, your office? What went wrong? Write it with red pen. Now have two lists of what went well versus what went wrong. Yes, Ahmed? Yes? On the bus? What went well versus what went wrong. This will give you a very brief version of your year 2024. And then you will come to the next slide where the conclusion is. The solution is 2 C's. The first C is celebrate, the second C is correct. Yes, Mohammed Abbas? What went well and what went wrong? Solution and conclusion is 2 C's. What went well, celebrate for it. What went wrong, correct. This is the easy step for your muhasabah. Muhasabah of 2024. And you will see after this small, maybe tonight you can do, the holidays are there, so you are free nowadays. So make a list of 3 W's, blue one, the 3 W's, the red one, and at the end say, I'll celebrate for the blue ones, I'll correct the red ones. This is how you can enter into the new year of 2025. Next slide, do we have any? So celebrate for good and correct the wrong. Please, my younger brothers and sisters, muhasabah is very, very important because muhasabah is a step, is a key for your growth. When you do the muhasabah, the calculation, you will hold yourself accountable. That I wanted to grow, but in 2024, I did these mistakes. And be very frank with yourself. You don't need to show it to me or to someone, to your parents even. You make it for yourself. You make it for yourself and do the muhasabah and plan to correct in 2025 whatever wrong you have done in this year. I'm not saying you do not celebrate. Celebrate for your achievements. Celebrate for the blue 3 W's. Yeah? Celebrate it, but celebrate in a correct manner. So end your year in a best manner and appreciate whatever good, whatever went well for you. That is something which you have to celebrate for. And correct and rectify whatever has gone wrong from your end, and then try to make an opportunity for your celebration for next year as well. Now, while you are celebrating, it would be my request for New Year's Eve that do not get yourself involved in any of the things which are haram, any of the things which are suspicious and doubtful. Try to make it as pure, as halal, as healthy as possible. Organize something over here, the ground is yours, JSP is available for you, maybe you can organize a PS game night, etc. I'll come. Jamal, if you're organizing something, invite me, I'll come as well. And have healthy activities, have a gathering. If you don't like to listen to any of the speeches or majalises by me, that is completely okay. You have heard a lot, but you can invite me for play, I'll be available for that as well. So, get yourself involved in halal things, in healthy things. Do not go towards the things which are suspicious, which are not healthy. Do not get involved in the petty things. No, go with the things which are meaningful. And this is how you can prepare the ground to start a wonderful year ahead in front of you. Do not start your year with the sinning towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with opposing the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know why we say Bismillah at the beginning of each practice? Because we need that blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you do sin, when you oppose the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the blessing is not there. That rahmah is not there. You need the bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You need the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Start with something which is good. Start something which is a command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Start something which is a dua. Start something which is a practice of ibadah for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And see how this practice, which is the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will bless all of your year 2025, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah give us tawfiq to be on His path, Sirat al-Mustaqim, and do not get involved in any of the sins or mistakes. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen.